What up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It is your boy, Kasim Satar. And in today's video, we'll be talking about health, economics, spirituality, and a little bit of fitness and finances. Once again, I am having some cinnamon tea right as the night is cooling down, right? This tea is so good. It boosts up your antioxidants, boosts your metabolism, right? Helps you stay calm, but also it heightens your focus. This is some really good tea, you guys. If you guys haven't had any tea at all from Herbalife at all, I link this down in every single one of my videos that I do live. So make sure you guys go check that out down below. Don't forget to like, share, and comment on this video also because the YouTube algorithm loves that. So without further ado, take this sip. Listen, y'all, I got some good news for y'all and I got some bad news. Bad news is there's always something bad that's going to happen, right? The good news is I'm here to help guide you through this new world that we're all walking into all together. So, first and foremost, from evrimpact.com, the global health leaders remain on high alert entering 2026 after the World Health Organization in late December warning about a newly identified infectious disease spreading across multiple continents, which has already prompted emergency responses and renewed emphasis on surveillance and also pandemic readiness, right? First and foremost, right? If you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. What do I mean by this? From simple things like boosting up your immune system, right? That is a really real thing, right? From things like changing what you eat, right? Today is the end of the week. Today is Sunday. How we start the week is how we're going to end the week, right? Tomorrow's going to be Monday. So, what does your week look like? Once you go into your week, you should already know exactly what you're going to be eating, right? Because whenever you're working out and you're trying to get the result from losing weight or gaining lean muscle, right? We want to take out the thought of eating or even having to think of a workout. You just want to follow that plan because that's how you increase your consistency. Somebody that's been doing it for almost a decade now, right? Also making sure that you have your products on stack, right? What products are going to boost up your immune system, right? What foods are going to boost up your immune system? We have limes, right? Every single morning when I wake up, I drink lime water. Why? Lime is going to boost up your immune system and it's also going to detoxify and carry out any toxins out of the body first thing in the morning, right? So that's simple, right? Everybody can get some lime. It's like 80 something cents to get some lime, right? But I want you to just become more aware of your readiness for these infectious diseases so that way you can combat these things, right? Because people are still getting COVID, you guys. People are still showing up. And the people that still show up to the hospital are the ones that aren't really health conscious or don't really understand how to take care of their immune system and boost it up because you can do a lot of things to prevent this, like going to the gym, right? Like making sure that you have your workout, making sure you have your meal plan, making sure you're around a positive, like-minded community. Right now we're about to start a 21-day challenge. I've been posting the link for the past 20 days, so I'm super excited for all the new people that are going to join. I'm super excited for myself to get some more results, so I can't wait to see the new people and how they're going to transform within this thing, right? But to continue on, right? And jumping now, let's jump on to economics. When we talk about economics, we're talking about the world, right? We're talking about global, we're talking about the markets, we're talking about finance, and we're talking about money. This last year specifically, right? One of my favorite books, it was by a man called Billy Carson. Woke doesn't mean broke. And in that book, thick book, right? He's giving you tips, tricks, practical advice on saving, investing, getting another job, right? I'm not going to give you guys the whole book, but it's a great book. It's a great read for somebody that, like me, I was a part of the, what, 60 to 80% of people that couldn't save $1,000, you know? And now since I'm educating myself and reading these books, right? I found myself saving at least $1,000, working on my savings, taking care of my credit card debt, paying back people that I need to pay back. Right, right now the stock market is kind of quiet right now. Right, it's because the exchanges have been closed for the post New Year holidays, which no major economic data releases or the earnings of the schedule. Right, so we're gonna hop back into this starting tomorrow. Right, but how we start the week is how we're going to end the week, right? So if you're on top of your fitness, this is why I always preach about fitness. This is a place where I can come on here and coach high level for my clients that need this, right? And for people that are searching, right? If you're in alignment with your fitness, it's a whole lot easier to get in alignment with your finances. It's a whole lot easier to get in alignment with just your knowledge of improving yourself, right? Like, what are we doing at the end of the week when it comes to economics, right? Where are you learning? Where are you getting your information from? If it's all from social media, that's probably not a good thing. You have to go to different sources, right? Just don't trust everything you see. Don't even trust me, like a random guy on YouTube. But I'm going to continue to keep showing up. I'm going to continue to speak my truth and also improve my learning and give you guys the best type of information and value that I can for myself, for you guys to show up, right? So we got finances, we got economics, we got health out the way, right? And when we talk about fitness, right, the fitness industry that's portrayed on social media is not like the actual fitness that everybody could be doing together and thriving, right? Right now on social media, I know on Snapchat and sometimes on Instagram, they're showing people that are coming out of jail or they're showing gossip, right? They're showing a bunch of negativity and they're portraying a bunch of fear of people taking people's girls and stuff like that. But in all reality, right, your fitness journey is a journey with yourself. When we talk about fitness, we're talking about holistic living, right? Way back in the day, we didn't have to talk about this because the food was different, right? But now we have to talk about fitness and nutrition, right? When you want that result, it's 20% fitness, 80% nutrition, right? So lock that in because when you lock that in, you're able to think clearer, right? You're able to move better. You're able to have more energy, right? And energy equals currency, right? Energy is your currency, right? Because when you have energy, you'll have better ideas. You'll be able to show up when nobody wants to show up, right? So keep that in mind, you guys. And a big thing in 2026 now that a lot of people are going to start realizing is this AI wearable technology, right? The whoops, the watches, right? The glasses, the phones, the apps, right? They're so cool. They're amazing. They're very beneficial, especially if you're a beginner. But when we talk about holistic living, we're talking also about protecting you from the unseen things. What is the unseen things when you're around your phone and you're around this wearable technology? It's the radiation that emits off of it, right? Radiation can hinder your sleep. Radiation can hinder your skin. Radiation can also give you cancer, right? So you have to be very, very cautious and very, very aware of what you're wearing, what's in your pocket, right? What's next to your genitals, right? What's next to your heart. I know some people that sleep near their phones. Never sleep near your phone. Put your phone in a different room. You know what I mean? Because when you do that, you're gonna be thinking clear, you're gonna have deeper dreams, and you're just gonna feel better. Trust me. If you haven't tried that yet, try it, right? Something as simple as that. But what I do love, Apple, they are enrolling people in the new Apple Fit. I think it's a 4 week or a 4 month yoga and fitness to combat anti-aging, and they're also improving. They're also incorporating mental health inside of that because when you do yoga, obviously it's working for your mental health too, right? So when we're talking about these things, something as simple as yoga, whenever you stretch a pose in a yoga stance or a mobility pose, right? You are moving fluids in your body. You are contorting in different ways to get in alignment with yourself, right? To be in equilibrium and find harmony with inside yourself, right? So yoga is always an awesome thing that I definitely recommend to every single person, right? Because when you're in that state of being flexible, of being adaptable, that's when you can get better downloads. That's when you're able to make different decisions because you're moving your body in certain ways more than you ever thought you could before. And you'll start to realize, like, wow, like I'm more capable of so and so, right? So take that with you guys this time. But what does this mean for us, like spiritually? Right? Like, how can I tie this all in spiritually? So, I got some things down, and I want to talk about just a couple of things. I want to invite y'all. If you've fallen off the wagon already, if you're not really focused on yourself, I so something that I do personally, I do a lot of self examination. I've been to the point where I've been doing it every month, every week, and now it's just like every day. Like how do I feel? Right? What are my insights, right? Am I healing, right? What's my purpose, right? And I connect these two practices like meditation. I connect these to practices like prayer. I connect these to practices like compassionate services. You know what I mean? Like actually going to go help and going out and helping the homeless, right? If people need care packages, we'll build them some care packages and we'll help them and we'll serve them at the highest level possible. First and foremost, I'm not really a religious person. I don't believe in just one religion. I believe that we are all from the same, but we're all just different reflections of the same source. So, with that being said, it's understanding that and having respect, right? I have respect for every single person's religion. I love every single person that I come in contact with. I emit peace and I pray over every single person I come in contact with, or I do that in my early morning meditations, right? I imagine a gold beam of light comes and emits to me, and I emit that out to my family, my friends and people that I come in contact with. And I've been having amazing, beautiful experiences. And I just wanted to say for every single person, especially if you're watching my videos, thank you for showing up. Thank you for listening. And thank you for wanting to be a better version of yourself, because it's not a lot of people, but the ones that are waking up, they're finding the videos and they're finding a way to do it. So continue to be the best version of yourself. Continue to do those self audits. Continue to be elite. You have to be elite going into the world that we're going in, because if you're not, you're going to get swept away from somebody that is going to be elite, right? So I invite you guys to do some personal examination tonight, today, right? Because when coach says when we're going, right, is way better than where we've been, I mean that. I mean that. But we're gonna have to focus on getting this right, right? The focus, right? If there's any inflammation in the brain, get the inflammation out the brain so you can think clear, so you can see better, right? With your mind's eye. If there's any inflammation in the heart, right? You need that heart. We want to have a good, healthy, light heart, right? That beats. If there's any inflammation in the gut, let's detox that out, right? Let's get back on track. Today is Sunday, right? Tomorrow is Monday. How we start the week is how we're going to finish the week. So make sure that you guys are drinking your water. Make sure you're setting your bedtime. Make sure that you're getting the information that you want to get for yourself. Make sure you're cutting off the negativity and you're putting more positive influences around you, and you're figuring out the people that are going to put you in the right path, right? Simple as this: if you're watching somebody's content and if you feel bad after it, you probably shouldn't be watching it. But if you're watching somebody's content, you feel inspired, you feel motivated, right? You feel like you learned something new and you got some value for it, continue to watch that content, right? Because chances are they're going to continue to make you better versions of yourself, right? Because every single person and thing is just a reflection of who we are. So how can you use the phone, the tablets, the laptops, the AI services as tools to enhance your consciousness, as tools to enhance your fitness, your mindset, right? Your spirituality, right? That stillness, being as still as a tree, right? All I'm doing right now is just leading you back to what your soul already knows, because you know this already at a soul level, you guys. So once again, I just wanted to come on here, show up. I didn't want to give up, right? Episode 20. Super excited. I can't wait to see where this takes us. I can't wait to see the transformation. I can't wait to meet the amazing people that I'm going to meet on this journey, you guys, because I have a vision for T with Q, and I can't wait to share and to continue to learn and grow with every single last one of you guys, because this is my platform that I'm doing this on. And yeah, I'm just super excited. Other than that, you guys, if you guys found any value out of this video, don't forget to like, share, and comment what you learned. And also, don't forget to follow me on other platforms. I go by Kasim_fit on IG. And that is it right now. I just have YouTube and IG, and LinkedIn, it's Kasim Satar, same as YouTube. But yeah, yo. Also, before I go, right, I'm still in college right now. And I know they're going to change it. It's not going to be a 4-year degree anymore. But right now, I am like marching towards graduation for computer science, you guys. And I'm also getting other certifications for um, automation, AI agents, AI agentics, stuff like that. So I am going to be continuing to share what I want to bring to the digital space and the digital world to help out people with a school community to enhance their awareness with AI, security, right? Health, fitness, economics. We are multi-dimensional beings, right? You don't have to just be who you're you don't have to just be the job that you're working anymore. You don't have to be that anymore, right? You're limitless, right? And once you realize your true power, you start to become unstoppable because it doesn't matter what other people say about you. It matters what you want to leave behind on this planet. And if it's a positive impact, hey, pat yourself on the back because you're doing the best you can. So as I go into this week, I will be knocking out early. I will be getting the amount of hours of sleep that I need for myself. I will be locking in with my meal plan, my workout plan, my spirituality plan, and just continue to help the community out. You know what I'm saying? So other than that, y'all, I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Thank y'all so much for sticking with me. I'll see you guys in the next video. Salute.